Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. We're going to be reading Romans chapter 3, God's faithfulness. What advantage then is there being a Jew? Or what value is there in circumcision? Much in every way. First of all, the Jews have been entrusted with the very words of God. What if some of them are unfaithful? Will their unfaithfulness nullify God's faithfulness? Not at all. Let it be true, and every human being a liar, as it is written, so that you may be provided right when you speak, and prevail when you judge. But if our unrighteousness brings out God's righteousness more clearly, what shall we say? That God is unjust in bringing his wrath on us? I'm using a human argument. Certainly not. If we are so, how could we judge the world? Someone might argue, if my falsehood enhances God's truthfulness, then no, and so increase his glory, why am I still condemned a sinner? Why not say, as someone slanderously claims, we must say, let us do evil, that good may rest. Let their condemnation be just. No one is righteous. What shall we conclude then? Do we have an advantage? Any advantage? Not at all. For we have already made the charge that Jews and Gentiles alike are under all power of sin. As it is written, there is no one righteous, not even one. There is no one who understands. There is no one who seeks God. All have turned away, they have together become worthless. There is no one who does good, not even one. Their throats open graves, their tongue practices deceit, their poison of vipers is on their lips. Their mouths are full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Ruin and misery mark their ways, and the way of peace they do not know. There is no fear of God before their eyes. Now we know that whenever the law says, it is to save those who are under the law, so that every mouth will be silenced and the whole world held accountable to God. Therefore no one will be declared righteous in God's sight by the works of their law. Rather than the works, we became conscious of our sin. Righteous through faith. But now, apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, for which the law and the prophets testify. This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ. To all who believe, there is no difference between a Jew and a Gentile, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and who are justified freely by grace through the redemption that comes by Christ Jesus. God presented Christ as a sacrifice of anointment through the shedding of blood to be received by faith. He did this to demonstrate his righteousness, because of his forbearance he had felt sins committed beforehand unpunished. He did it to demonstrate his righteousness at the present time, so as to be just and the one who testifies those who have faith in Jesus. Where then is boasting? Is it exalted because of what law? Law that requires works? No, because a law that requires faith. For we maintain that a person is justified by faith apart from the works of the law. Or is God the God of Gentiles, the God of Jews? Is he not the God of Gentiles too? Yes, of the Gentiles too, since there is only one God who testifies the circumcision by faith and the uncircumcision through the same faith. Do we then nullify the law by this faith? Not at all. Rather, we uphold the law. Hope you have a great day, and see you tomorrow.